Hi everybody, welcome again, welcome back. This is Gina, and these are, if you had looked at my previous video, you would see that these are the glue gun stencils that I made for the first time ever. It was fun, exciting, and I am really happy with most of it. But this video is to show you how I used it. So this is actually prompt number 22, which is abstract. So I'm working on a loose sheet today instead of in my regular smallish book, and I'm just applying some gesso to prepare the page to receive all the paint that I'm going to throw at it. I'm going to use a lot of paints today. So now I'm just spreading out my paints, and I'm just going to paint it with a brush, and get ready to use my fantastic stencils. Okay, here we go. First stencil coming up. I'm starting with a nice bright pink. All the paints I'm using are acrylic paint, and I'm just using a very cheap makeup sponge to apply the paint to the page through the stencil. And I really like it. You know, it's not, once you hold it down, it's not shifting. It is lying down flat on the page, so pressing it down does work. And ta-da! I like it. This one had a lot more space than I thought, but you know, I'm excited to find out how the rest looks. So my plan is just to go around the entire page with all the stencils, just alternating the stencils that I use and the colors, and fill in, just cover the page. And then, well, I'm not sure what's happening after that, but that's the plan. What I'm doing now is just going over some areas that I felt there was too much of one color, and where I felt the space wasn't filled in enough. So I'm not using the entire stencil, just different parts of it, and just, you know, filling in some spaces and changing the color a bit. This is a paper stencil I made, and I was just trying to figure out if I should use it and how I was going to use it, like what parts of the page I was going to put it. So I decided to use it, and I'm just going to stagger it throughout the page. I think it would add nice little highlights and interest to the page. So at this point I made a mess, and this is me trying to clean it up. I knew I couldn't wipe it up, so I just tried to copy the same marks that I made at different points on the page. Let's see how that goes. And I actually found the source of I found the culprit. I just kept leaving random marks all over my page. Oh my gosh. At this point now, I am using the whole reinforcements, the back of it, and I'm going to use that to make a little stencil design at different points on the page as well. Because I mean, who doesn't like circles, right? So I'm just going to add some little circles, but I'm keeping it contained within the square that I placed below. So it has like a little frame. So I decided to give it some nice white highlights. Here now I'm going over the same stencils that I did before, the pattern, but I just staggered it. I just put it a little off of the previous circle, so it's not exactly covering the white. So when I move it, I still see piece of the white circles underneath. So it kind of looks like a shadow. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna use this branch that I pulled off of a ornament that I bought specifically for crafting. And I'm just taking off some excess branches because you know I need to get in between all those spaces. And I felt this looks so amazing and I couldn't wait to use it. So I'm excited and I'm using it, and it's proving difficult to hold still though. The branches are really fine and it's quite difficult to hold all of them in place, especially as I have to shift down as I dab. So there it is, that's my finished piece, and I'm not happy at all because there is way too much white. This is not what I had in mind, but you know, it's fixable. It really, I could fix this. So these are the two branches that I pulled off in the beginning. So I'm gonna use these to just do some pattern over the white, to overlay over the white, hoping that it will help. And it actually looks pretty nice. This is what I wanted for the white, but I mean, I suppose this isn't bad. So now I'm just gonna randomly put it in different spots over the white, and not sure what's gonna happen next. All I know is this is what I wanted to do, and I'm doing it, and I guess the next step will happen after I'm done. So at this point, I was trying to create a stem in the middle, and the sponge was just too thick, and I guess I got upset with it, and I'm sitting there thinking, what in heaven's name am I gonna do now? So I decided, you know what, you still have a lot of white space up there, and I just decided to do some circles with my marker, which is kind of me trying to, think. So I'm thinking, okay, what can I do now? How can I fix this? It looks awful with this big black mark in the middle. So I'm just doodling with my little circles and trying to figure out a way to fix this. Oh my gosh. And this is my way of fixing it. I'm just putting some finger dots on my page. And I actually like how that looks. It's very stark against the black. Nice pops of white circle. And I'm trying to balance it off with the black, but the black is not going on as well as the white. And that's okay. Could fix that too. This page was a real trial and error, trial and trial and trial. But I actually really am enjoying working on this and didn't think it would take me this long. Now I'm just encircling my white circles just because it wasn't showing up. So this is me trying to get it highlighted. And I'm putting odd numbers because odd numbers are more visually pleasing than even numbers. So I would do 3 or I would do 5 or something. I wouldn't do 2 or 4 or 6. For some reason it's, it's easier, better on the eyes. Yeah. Here I'm using my Jelly Roll pen just to put some marks, white marks in between the black to, I guess, to soften it up so it wouldn't be as stark on the page. Yeah. Stark reminds me of Game of Thrones. Okay. And now I'm adding some white to try and balance it off some more because I still felt it was lacking. I just couldn't really put my finger on it. I'm trying to decide what to do to fix it because it still felt unfinished and imbalanced. And this is when I decided to see how it looks, if it was not a whole piece, and I decided to give it the big chop, which cannot really be undone because even if I decided to stick it back, it would never be the same. So I cut it. Yes, it was so brave of me. And now I can look at it as 2 pieces and a whole, and I actually like both. I like it as a whole now and as 2 separate pieces. I'm just trimming off my frilly edges and checking it out, which one. And this was when I see, okay, this side really needs some more stuff. So I'm adding some more black circles and just gonna, keep adding till I feel satisfied. And this is pretty much the end of it. Thank you so much for, liming with me for so long. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it inspires you to create as well in your own way. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. And don't forget to leave your comments. I really take that into consideration as well. Thank you guys. Bye bye.